Hey YouTube, Randy Orton Fan 2011. I'm back for race number 10 in Season 1 of the NASCAR Pepsi Cup Series Division 1. We're here at Zandvoorts, otherwise I named it New York Superspeedway. We're here for the Citi Financial 600. This is the 10th race of 24 in Season 1, so as we get set for the second half of the regular season, we are pretty much in full swing. And with that, we will take a look at our starting lineup for the race. Starting up front, we have someone other than the 61, the 99 of Austin LaPlante, who was the runner-up in the previous race. And of course, we got the 61 of Aaron Williams, who, well, starts on the front pretty much every race. You gotta love that, don't you, League Administrator? Shut up. Then we start in row 2, we have the 26 Andrea Jimenez and the 31 of Trevor Thompson. Row 3 has the 8 of Trent Dunham, our previous winner, and the 83 of Sam Oskin. Row 4 has the 5 Alexander Jones and the 14 of Alexander Dawson, one of our Canadians in the field. Rounding out the top 10 are the 43 of Dylan Poteet and the 24 of Seth Cole. Row 6 has the 4 of Carlos Martinez, the border jumper, and the 48 of Christopher Martin. In row 7 we find the 91 of Adam Chambers and the 42 of Jake Baskinger. Row 8 has the 12 of Connor Breton, the Englishman, and the 84 of Alex Tanker. In row 9 we have the 1 of Matthew McMurray, another Canadian, and the 21 of Ville Virtanen, the Finn. In row 10 we find the 81 of Luke Schaefer, the German, and the 25 of Jake Cole. Over to row 11 we go, we find the 88 of Rachel Williams and the 18 of Justin Perry. To row 12, we find the 17 of Ashley Young, the last of our Canadians in the field, and the 72 of Soren Tahari, a Swede. We go to row 13 now. We have the 39 of Red Bell and the 56 of Nicole Sanchez. Row 14 has the 36 of Nick Bergen and the 6 of Pichu London. Where was I? Row 15, yes. In row 15 we have the 16 of Dylan Young and the 33 of Courtney Wilson. On to row 16 we go. We have the 9 of Charles Jackson and the 10 of Ryan Cooper. To row 17 we have the 60 of Monica Kowalski and the 11 of Luke Walker. In row 18 we find the 29 of Joshua Perry and the 19 of Matthew Rodriguez. To row 19 we go, we find the 07 of Paul Winterbottom, the Aussie, and the 7 of Nicholas Guerra. Back in row 20 we find the 2 of Jack Richards and the 94 of Dougie Shears. And finally, starting from the rear of the field are the 44 of Jacob Rodriguez and the 00 of Phil Jones. Hard to believe why the pace car is that far ahead of the rest of the drivers, but whatever. Alright, time to get our next Superspeedway race underway with those famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
This track is approximately 5 miles long, so we will have 10 laps, which is equivalent to 50 miles. This is one of the tracks where the cars are going to be pushed to the limit, as we have seen speeds in qualifying reach well over 200 miles per hour. This is one of the fastest tracks in the NASCAR Pepsi Cup Series circuit. So everyone's hoping to be ready for that, as they can who's going to take home the title of Speed King. Obviously, heading to this point in this race, the 61 Aaron Williams is our points leader. But hopefully these drivers would love to spoil that day. These drivers would love to get a good amount of points, at least a good finish. Heading into the second half of the season, the green flag's in the air, and we are underway in the Citi Financial 600. And right away, we are going 3 wide. The 8 of Trent Dunham and the 26 Andrea Jimenez went right to the inside of Aaron Williams in the 61. As we come off turn 1, the 99 of Austin LaPlante has the lead. And into turn 2. You see the speeds in these cars. They're like around right around the high 210s, low 220s. But that's just right now as they see the cars coming to turn 3. These guys go so fast on this track. This is one of the tracks that pushes these cars to the limit. Turn 4, the 99 will plant still lead, but now the 5 Alexander Jones is right behind him. And you see how the track is very wide, so we're going to see a lot of wild racing going around here. As they come off turn 4, the 99 Austin LaPlante is going to lead the first lap of the race. He gets a bonus point. And the 5 Alexander Jones going to try to look to the outside, but she's not going to have a good enough run. Hey, look at the 48 Christopher Martin weaving through the field. He has moved up to the 4th position. There's the 8 of Trent Dunham, our previous race winner. He is in the 3rd position. Let's check out the rest of the field. There's the border jumper, the 4 of Carlos Martinez, and the Mike's Hard Lemonade Dodge Charger. Too bad that border jumper is like hard lemonade. And it looks like the 5 Alexander Jones has taken the lead. Or maybe not, coming into turn 4. But look at the 48 Christopher Martin's got the inside advantage with help from the 9 of Charles Jackson. But remember, guys, it doesn't matter which line you take. These cars go really fast. And it looks like, getting to the start finish line, it's going to be the 8 of Trent Dunham. The 8 of Trent, no wait, I think, my mistake there, the 99 Austin LaPlante barely got by the start finish line first. But now the 8 of Trent Dunham has taken the lead. Dunham is looking for his 2nd consecutive win of the season. His 2nd win of the season, as well as his 2nd consecutive win right now. Oh, we see someone scrape the wall. Oh, we got trouble! Coming off turn 2. Trying to figure out who's in that wreck. Let's see. We're gonna try and figure out who was. It started somewhere around here. There we go. As you can see right here, no way. Actually here, it starts with Alex Tanker right around here. You see the, well, let's see what started it. So you see right here, coming into turn 1. Looks like the 39 of Red Bell, kind of gets into his rear end right there, and then forces a Tanker across the wall. And then he keeps scraping the wall. A lot of cars are passing him. And then something else gets started right around here. No, wait. Something else gets started. There we see, as cars are switching to the outside, the 43 Dylan Poteet goes head on into the 84 of Alex Tanker, and he collects the 6 of Pichu London, the 19 of Matthew Rodriguez, the 56 of Nicole Sanchez is involved, the 18 of Justin Perry, the border jumpers involved, the 26 of Andrea Jimenez, the 83 of Sam Odoskin, and the 1 of Matthew McMurray all get caught up in the wreck. And those two, and as you can see right there, well, those 2 guys right there, the 84 of Alex Tanker and the 6 of Pichu London, get the worst of it. So our first caution of the day comes out on lap 3. There we see the 19 of Matthew Rodriguez. That took a huge amount of damage on that previous wreck. Looks like he's gonna be starting in near the tail end of the field. And there's the 84 of Alex. Something's going on with the 84 of Alex Tanker. Something's going on. Doesn't look like he's slowing down. He's slowing down. Hey guys, can you tell me what's going on with the 84? Guys, Alex Tanker just radioed to his crew chief and said that the engine blew up. The engine blew up. The engine blew up, and now he can no longer. He's slowing down, and it doesn't look like he can get off the track. So a huge bad break for Alex Tanker in the 84. My man who comes up with all these good race names. Man, I feel sorry for that kid. And he has stopped somewhere around turn 3 or whatever it is, and he's gonna get towed back into the garage. Not a good day for the 84 of Alex Tanker. Oh, it looks like the 94 Dougie Shears, like he's in pit road. He was in pit road for something. As the 94 Dougie Shears actually had some problems with the engine. There was some damage from that previous wreck that he sustained, and they managed to fix it up, and they're going to get it back on the track. So a lot of things happening through this. A lot of things happening in this race. A lot. Just with one wreck, takes out a huge amount of cars. So a massive wreck off turn 2 gives us the first caution in 2 races. The first caution in 2 races, pretty much. And as you can see, the leaderboard right there, the 6 of Pichu London, he's out of this one. He's in the garage. Looks like he's done for the day with a huge amount of damage from that previous wreck. And the 84 of Alex Tanker lost his engine, lost his tire. Looks like he's going to be out of this one. As we already have the 1 to go signal from the pace car. If we take a look at the top 10 at this point. Right now, from 10 to first, we have the 88 of Rachel Williams, the 72 of Soren Tahari, the 99 of Austin LaPlante, the 39 of Red Bell, the 12 of Connor Breton, then the 14 of Alexander Dawson starts 5th, the 17 of Ashley Young in 4th, the 5 of Alexander Jones in 3rd, the 21 of Billy Vertinen in the runner-up spot, and the 9 of Charles Jackson currently leads the field as they come around with 3 to go. A lot of things has changed within just this small amount of time. Let's hope we can get a clean 3 laps without any major wreck. As they come off turn 4, the pace car is going to hit the apron because the pit lane is near the backstretch. The green flag is back in the air as we get set with 3 to go, this time by. Boy, the 9 of Charles Jackson, we haven't seen him up the front for most of the season. Can he pull off a huge upset with his first win? But I think the 5 Alexander Jones might have second thoughts about that. She's got the inside advantage with the help of the 17 of Ashley Young. And Jones is going to take the lead coming off turn 2. Alex Jones to the lead. You see these cars go well over 220 miles per hour on these straightaways. This is one of these tracks that really pushes these cars to the limit, guys. So we take a look farther back on the field. There we see the 9 of Austin LaPlante has fell back a huge amount of positions, probably somewhere outside the top 10 at this point. And he's stuck on that outside. LaPlante's stuck on the outside line. He's going to be losing a huge amount of positions, and that's going to cost him a lot in the points. As we come around with 2 to go, the 5 Alexander Jones has led her first lap of the race. She gets a bonus point. But there's the 39 of Red Belt, the U.S. Army Chevy Impala right behind her. And here comes Red Belt to the inside, but here comes Charles Jackson in the 9, the Budweiser Dodge Charger right back. The 9 of Charles Jackson, he's got Huffman with 33, Courtney Wilson. And it looks like, well, we've got a lot of lead changes, guys. It's not over till it's over. So don't put all your money on one driver just yet. And there's the 33 Courtney Wilson. Gonna try and take the lead. She's got help from her teammate, the 31 of Trevor Thompson. Oh, these guys are going so fast. Anything can happen. Oh, look at this. 5 wide. They're going 5 wide. And oh no! Another wreck. No. Oh man, the big one. Oh my God. The big one. And with that, Austin LaPlante comes out of nowhere to win the race. Austin LaPlante manages to avoid the big one and comes up with his first win of the season. Unbelievable. We gotta see that again. That was the big one. That was a huge one. That was no big one. That was the huge one. Well, it didn't start somewhere in there, right there. All right, let's see. We got slow-mo here. There we see. We're gonna see if we can get it at the right spot. It was coming off turn 4. You see the guys going 5 wide, coming into turn 3. Oh, it starts right about there. Starts right around there. Well, we're going to see if we can get it correctly. We see a lot of cars got involved in that wreck. We see the leaders right there, right in front of the leaders. And you see right there as they go 5 wide into turn 3, the 81 of Luke Schaefer gets into the right rear of the 14 of Alexander Dawson. He turns him around, and it turns the 14 around. And then the 33 Courtney Wilson just had nowhere to go. Then, oh, what a bad break for the 9 of Charles Jackson. He goes airborne. Ouch. And then it collects even more cars. You see the 88 Rachel Williams involved, and then the 2 of Jack Richards, the 39 Red Bell, the 10 of Ryan Cooper. They're all spinning out. And then the second wreck, and then a second wreck started, in which the 42 of Jake Bassinger couldn't clear the 81 of Luke Schaefer. They go into the wall along with Jake Cole. Oh, and the 7 of Nicholas Guerra. The 7 of Nick Guerra just barely got through that. And then it was a race to the line. Then it was a race to the start-finish line to determine a winner. And as we can get closer right there, the 9 of Austin LaPlante, he's going to come up with his first victory of the season off the caution. Oh man, that previous wreck took up a huge amount of cars. Let's see who else got involved. We're gonna take a look at the first and second wrecks at this point. All right, there we see. All right, there's the 81 Luke Schaefer. He gets into the right rear of the 14 Alexander Dawson and the left rear of the 31 Trevor Thompson, and they go around for a ride. The 33 Courtney Wilson's gonna take a ride, and then the 9 of Charles Jackson. Ouch! He goes airborne. He's gonna go airborne in this wreck. We're gonna try and figure out who else got involved. There we see the 88 Rachel Williams, the 5 Alexander Jones. Oh my, oh man, 3 of the Hendrick cars. The 88, the 5, and the 48. They go all around for a ride. The 21 of Billy Vertinen almost got through that. Might have gotten some minor damage, however. And look at all those cars in that wreck. There, and then starts the second wreck around them. The 39 Red Bell, the 10 of Ryan Cooper got involved. The 72 of Soren Tahari. And then the third wreck, or three big wrecks in one race, in one lap actually. Here we see, we're going to try and get a better angle. There we see the 42 of Jake Baskinger gets into 81 of Luke Schaefer, gets into the 42 and the 25. And that takes all of them out. That takes all of them out. Oh, the 7 of Nick Garrett, that was a close call for him. And then we see more cars and getting involved. The 8 of Trent Dunham gets through. 56 of Nicole Sanchez gets through. The 36 of Nick Bergen. The 11 of Luke Walker. Oh, and all these cars are just as good as wrecked. I mean, you hate to see this near the end of the race. All of these cars. Well, the 14 Alexander Dawson. A lot of people thought he had a chance to win, but then just one mistake by another driver could cost you huge in this series. There we see. Oh man, that's hard to see. Oh, then we got more. Then we had more around the near the back of the pack. The 44 Jacob Rodriguez goes for a huge tumble, and the 5 Alexander Jones. Oh man, she's gonna take a huge hit in the points. And look at the 00, the Aaron's Dream Machine of Phil Jones. What he sees coming into turn 4. All these cars, a lot of cars involved in 3 big wrecks. Let's see who got involved. And you see these cars. They got involved. The 33 Courtney Wilson upside down. 83 Sam Odoskin. The 2 Jack Richards slow. The 94 Dougie Shears. The 10 of Ron Cooper. The 72 Soren Tahari. The 25 Jake Cole was involved. And a lot of cars were as good as wrecked. My God. So, an interesting race from start to finish, as the 99 of Austin LaPlante comes up huge with his first win of the season. And look at that! Look at how many drivers got a DNF. Look at how many drivers. Only 24 cars finished on the lead lap. Unbelievable. So as we take a look at our official results, the 99 of Austin LaPlante comes up with his first victory of the season after finishing second in the previous race at Charlotte. Comes up with his first win of the season. The 29 of Joshua Perry with his best finish of the season yet, finishing in second. Came also close to his first victory. The 24 of Seth Cole comes up with a great podium finish. I think his first podium finish of the season, or his second. 91 of Adam Chambers comes up with his best finish of the season in fourth. The 61 of Aaron Williams is going to probably extend his points lead by quite a little as he finishes in the top 5. The 12 of Connor Breton, a great rebound after 2 or 3 races outside of the top 20, finishing 6th. The 17 of Ashley Young is the best finishing Canadian in this race, finishing 7th. The 16 of Dylan Young got through all of that carnage and finished 8th. And so did the 8 of Trent Dunham, following up his win in Charlotte with a top 10 here at New York. And the 7 of Nicholas Guerra comes up with his first top 10 of the season, as he also got through the wreck. That is your top 10. As we go through 11th to 20th, we will see the 11 of Luke Walker, the 36 of Nick Bergen, the 56 of Nicole Sanchez, the 1 of Matthew McMurray, the 21 of Billy Vertinen, the 31 of Trevor Thompson, the 18 of Justin Perry, the 39 of Red Bell, the 48 Christopher Martin, the 14 of Alexander Dawson, the 43 of Dylan Poteet, the 00 of Phil Jones, the 94 of Dougie Shears, and the 19 of Matthew Rodriguez. Those are the cars that finish on the lead lap, and actually the cars that only finish the race. Well, actually, not all the cars finished. A lot of the cars finished. Few cars actually finished the race outside the top 25. There we see a lot of cars. So many cars with a DNF. With 26 of Andrea Jimenez, the 60 of Monica Kowalski, the 88 of Rachel Williams, the 10 of Ryan Cooper, the 2 of Jack Richards, the 07 of Paul Winterbottom, 44 of Jacob Rodriguez, the 72 of Soren Tahari, the 25 Jake Cole, the 81 Luke Schaefer, the 42 Jake Baskinger, the 9 of Charles Jackson, who we thought could win this race, but then just one mistake by another driver can cost you a lot. The 33 Courtney Wilson got wrecked, and then we see the last three before the ones who were involved in that earlier wreck. The border jumper, the 4 of Carlos Martinez, the 5 Alexander Jones, going to take a huge hit in the points, and the 83 of Samet Oskin. Wow. Unbelievable. An unbelievable finish to an exciting race in New York City. So congratulations to the 99th Austin LaPlante coming out of nowhere to pull off his first victory of the season. And guys, that was an interesting race to say the least. That was an interesting race. I don't know if anything can top something like that. That was just an interesting race from start to finish. And that last wreck, with that last wreck, we were so wondering who was going to get the win. But still, a great race. A great way to continue the second half of the regular season, and the points picture is going to be a lot more interesting coming up later in this video. So as we take a look at the standings after 10 races, Aaron Williams continues to have the points lead after a top 5 finish in the last race, but that points lead has now shrunk by a little bit thanks to Austin LaPlante's win, his first win of the season. And with that win, Austin LaPlante moves up 3 spots into the second position in the standings. A 9th place finish by Trent Dunham keeps him in the 3rd spot. A podium finish by Seth Cole moves him up 4 spots into the 4th position. A DNF by Luke Schaefer moves him down a spot into 5th. A 40th place finish by Alexander Jones moves her down 4 spots into the 6th position. Rachel Williams, despite a DNF, she stays put in the 7th position. A DNF by Courtney Wilson moves her down 2 spots into the 8th position. And decent finishes by Red Bell and Trevor Thompson move them into the top 10. Now let's take a look at 11th through 20th in the standings. They are currently the wildcard eligible positions for the playoffs. A DNF by Christopher Martin moves him down 2 spots outside the top 10 into the 11th position. A 6th place finish by Connor Breton moves him back 4 spots up into the 12th position, and a 21st place finish by Dylan Poteet keeps him in the 13th position. You can see there's a tie between Breton and Poteet, but Breton holds the tiebreaker for having more podium finishes and top 5s. A top 10 by Ashley Young moves her up 2 spots into 14th. A DNF by Andrea Jimenez moves her down 1 spot into 15th. A poor showing in the previous race by Samet Oskin moves him down 4 spots into 16th. An bad showing by Alexander Dawson moves him down 2 spots into 17th. A lot of people thought he had the win there. A top 10 by Dylan Young moves him up 4 spots into the 18th position. And a decent finish by Nicole Sanchez moves her up 2 spots into the top 20 in 19th, and a DNF by Jake Cole moves him down a spot into the 20th position. As you can see, I have updated the wildcard standings, the wildcard seedings that is. As you can see, Christopher Martin and Samet Oskin would be the first 2, as they both have wins this season, not podium finishes. I'll get there later. And then Connor Breton and Alexander Dawson would be the next 2 because they have podium finishes. And then the last 2 would be Andrea Jimenez and Ashley Young for top 5s. As you can see in the standings board, Dylan Poteet would be the first one out as he lacks a top 5 finish. Now let's take a glance at 21st through 30th after this race. A 11th place finish by Luke Walker moves him up 4 spots into the 21st position. A 2nd place finish by Joshua Perry, his best finish of the season, moves him up 8 spots into 22nd. Disqualification by Don LaPrade as he failed to attend the driver's meeting. He moves down 5 spots into 23rd. Dougie Shears with an okay finish moves him up 3 spots into 24th. A DNF by Alex Tanker early in the race moves him down 5 spots outside the top 20 into 25th. The Matthew McMurray, the one car, moves up 2 spots with a good finish into 26th. A DNF by Jake Baskinger moves him down 4 spots into 27th. Matthew Rodriguez in an okay finish, but he moves down 2 spots into 28th. Justin Perry with a decent top 20 finish moves him up 2 spots into 29th. And then Jack Richards with a DNF moves him down 3 spots into 30th. And as we finish off the full-time driver standings with the bottom 12, Ryan Cooper with an okay finish moves him up 1 spot into 31st, but he is still outside the top 10 at this point. A A DNF by Picciolone in a dead last finish moves him down 3 spots into 32nd. A DNF by Jacob Rodriguez keeps him in the 33rd position. Unfortunately, a DNF by Charles Jackson, but he ends up moving up 1 spot to 34th, as Lisa Shears, who was in 35th, did not make the race. Then 36, Adam Chambers, 37, Nick Guerra, they stay put. Nick Bergen with a great finish moves him up a spot to 38th, as Jake Rogers, who was 39th, did not make the race. And then 40th, 41st, and 42nd, Jake Herrick, Jeff Ellers, and Carlos Martinez, they stay put, as Martinez could not come up with a good enough finish to pass either Herrigs or Ellers. And here's your new updated part-time driver standings. We see Ville Virtanen with a 15th place finish will lead the part-time drivers with 28 points. Then Phil Jones with 21 points, Monica Kowalski with 17 points, Paul Winterbottom with 13 points, and finally Soren Tahari with 11 points. Just remember, guys, the part-time driver with the most points at the end of Season 1 will get to keep his or her ride and will become a full-time driver in Season 2. Of course, we have our next race. That is the Boys Have at 500 at Denver Motor Speedway. I want to give credit to Dylan Tay 22, aka Dylan Poteet, for coming up with this race name earlier with the contest. And remember, guys, if you want updates on the series, make sure you subscribe. That's it, guys. I'm out. See you in Denver.